Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day to do what? To come together and explore. To ask, how can we have a better life? And what I come to understand is that the power to have a better life is within each of us. And we've just got to embrace that power. And so, do we have the power to change? The answer is yes. We can change our personality. We can change how we see ourselves. We can change how we look at the world. But let me just share this. The essence of who we are is already perfect. That essence that we call our soul, our higher being, the infinite intelligence expressing as each one of us, that's already perfect. That's infinite. It doesn't need to change. It's only in the human body and in the human mind, the ego, that we do not see the truth. We see ourselves as separate. As we see ourselves as separate, in comes the aspect of comparison. And the ego is constantly comparing ourselves against others. And in comparison, first off, we come out of love. In comparison, we judge ourselves. In comparison, we actually put ourselves down and we think we're not enough. When in fact, we weren't meant to be anything other than ourselves. We were meant to be unique. And I think if you reflect back to the time when you were children, there were times when you really liked yourself. And eventually we were domesticated out of that. We were domesticated out of that by our mothers, our fathers. If we had mothers or fathers that were around, we were domesticated by the church. We were domesticated by society, schools, corporations, everything, to domesticate us into becoming a part of society, to conform, to put aside your individualism, your uniqueness. And what I declare is that this is the time to regain, to reclaim your uniqueness. Because when you can reclaim your uniqueness, you can begin to live authentically. And until you begin to live authentically, there's no possible way that you can love yourself. No possible way you can love yourself if you're not being authentic. But to be authentic, you've got to really set aside all of the nonsense that you blindly have accepted through the process of domestication. You've literally been brainwashed by society. And it's happening every day. It doesn't stop. All of the news media, all of the social media, everything out there is about brainwashing you into some form of conformity. And it's really a hard job. It's a lot of work to maintain your uniqueness. I would like to tell you that I am that, but I know there's parts of me that have been brainwashed that I have not really worked on yet. I'm not even aware of yet. But every day I look at life is this idea that I get to unfold more. So Minimo says, what's your thoughts on the rapture? I guess I'll ask you, Minnie, to tell me, what do you mean by rapture? That's a good thing. So you threw a word out there and there's many different meanings on it. So interesting. Bennett says going through a breakup. Are you breaking up with yourself? Or are you breaking up with someone else? Chances are most of the time when we're breaking up, it's because we do not feel we've been accepted. Here's the question. Have both parties been authentic from the start? Or have you put on the front? If you put on a front and you've not been authentic, then the relationship doesn't stand a chance. Because we do this thing called, we romanticize a relationship. Let me just say this, what I think about romance. Romance is a hormonal response to someone. It is a biological response to someone. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's how I see it. It's not love. Love is pure acceptance. Love means you accept everybody. Love has nothing to do with romance, but we've been blindly domesticated into believing it does. See, I believe that we have to love everyone, accept everyone as they are, because if we don't, we can't accept ourselves. And that's the basis of everything. Accepting ourselves, then accepting others. From there, it comes into the idea, can we like them? Are they of a frequency of the nature that we would like being with them, that we have enough in common, that we share mutual things, that it's enjoyable to share with them? That's where friendships come from. Friendships come from liking. Acquaintances come from liking. The more you like, the bigger the friendship. Now there's the third aspect that enters in, and that's the physical. That's the sexual. And that's hormonal. That's purely biological. It has nothing to do with love. I'm going to say this, has nothing to do with like. You can be really sexually drawn to someone and not really like them and not love them. It's a fascinating thing, but we've confused all this. Sex is for the basis of procreation. And it's a natural thing within us that we're attracted to. Natural thing. During the course of a day, if you're out in public, you'll be attracted to many different people sexually. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. What you do with it, that's your choice. That's what we started this whole thing with, is that our persona, the personality that we bring into the world, is one of choice. Bennett says, authentic, but she's jealous. See, if someone's jealous, that means they believe that they have more to lose in the relationship. The person who always wants to get married first is the person who believes they have the most to lose and they want to lock that relationship in. Here's the other thing about that, jealousy. Jealousy is actually a belief in limitation, a belief that there's not enough. Oh, Bennett is the only one in the world that can do this for me, the only one, so I must possess him. No one else can have him. Do you see how that's not accepting that their own self-worth is enough? It's one of the things I love about my wife is she's not jealous because she has enough self-worth to know that she's worthy of being in a partnership with me as I am worthy of being in a partnership with her. Jealousy just doesn't enter into our relationship when you have self-worth. What's this? Dee Dee says, if no one wanted your mate, you wouldn't either. Well, it depends, Dee Dee, on how you want your mate. Is your mate, do you want to be with them as a friend? Because there's the likability aspect is high. A lot of people like a lot of people. That's okay. It's we get really confused. We get really confused with the whole sexual attraction thing. And, you know, someone that's sexually attracted to someone else may not be attracted at all. It's a moment by moment, person by person thing. It's an energy thing. Here's the thing. Everything's it. Liking and sexual attraction are energy things. Love is just an everything. Love is an acceptance of all, understanding that everything is an individualization of the infinite. You don't have to like someone to love them. You don't have to be sexually attracted to someone to love them, because love is pure acceptance. Love is non-judgment. To like someone means there's judgment. To be attracted to someone physically, there's judgment. In love, there is no judgment. I had no idea we were going to go down this path today, but it's a pretty good path because it's giving us something to think about that's different than what we were brought up to believe. Oh, I've lost the romance. Well, if you've been with them long enough, you know what? You're not going to have the sparks that you had with someone at the beginning. But you know what? You can keep the sparks going by how you view them. That's another lesson, another day, another time. Today, remember, you are responsible for how you see the world. And that responsibility means your life experience will be based on it. So make sure you're looking through the world clearly through your authentic eyes. And spend today asking questions of yourself. Am I being me? In fact, what is really being me? I want you to know, no matter who you are, I love you because I accept you just like you are. Go create a great day, everyone. Aloha.